Let's talk about your Pi wallet. You probably think you have a pretty good handle on how it all works. But what if I told you there's this whole other layer of control hiding just beneath the surface? A kind of master key that gives you power way beyond what you can do inside the app. So let's just kick things off with a big question. What if you could send Pi, manage all your account details, maybe even trade on an exchange, but you never once had to open the Pi browser? What if you could just talk directly to the blockchain itself?
I know, it sounds a little bit like science fiction, right? But it's really not. And the amazing part is, the tool you need to do all of this isn't some secret software you have to go find. It's something you were given the very first moment you created your wallet. It's literally been in your possession this whole time.
And yeah, that tool, it's that 24-word phrase. We've all got it scribbled down on a piece of paper somewhere, right? Hopefully somewhere super safe. But here's the thing, it's so much more than just a backup plan. It is the very seed from which all control over your account actually grows. So let's get the official name out of the way. It's called a mnemonic phrase. And as the source material points out, it all starts with something called entropy, which is basically just a fancy word for a burst of pure digital randomness. That randomness gets converted into these 24 words you know. So you see, it's not just a password. It's more like the unique genetic code for your entire wallet. Okay, so how in the world do we get from a simple list of words to, actual power? Well, it's kind of like a three-step journey. It all begins with your phrase. Then, that phrase gets programmatically turned into its raw digital form, a binary seed. And from that one seed, two very different keys are born. Let's take a look at those.
And this, right here, breaks it down perfectly. You've got two keys. First is the public key, the one that starts with a G. Think of this like your home address or your bank account number. It's public. You give it to people so they can send you Pi. No problem. But then you have the secret key, which starts with an S. This is the key to the entire kingdom. It's the ultimate control, and it has to stay secret. No exceptions. So the big question is, how is this all-powerful secret key actually made? I mean, the Pi app does all this for you behind the scenes, which is great, but understanding how to create it yourself, that's what unlocks direct access to the blockchain. It's like you're forging a physical key from its original blueprint. And here's a really important point. You can't just go into the Pi wallet and find this secret key to copy and paste. It's not sitting there. To get it, you have to actually generate it yourself, using a specific function that takes that binary seed from your 24 words and works its magic. And this is the magic spell, the secret formula right here. This little line of code, derive path, is the heart of the whole operation. It takes your unique seed and this very specific path to create your unique secret key. Now, I know it looks a little intimidating, but let's break it down with a really great analogy. Don't think of it as code. Instead, just imagine it's a set of GPS coordinates. Seriously, every single part of that path is guiding the system through this huge digital landscape, straight to the exact spot where your specific key is meant to be created. And this is where it gets really interesting when you decode those coordinates. The M at the beginning, that just means we're starting from the master seed, our origin point. The 44 prime is a universal standard for cryptocurrencies, kind of like a country code. And how cool is this? 314159 prime. Get it? Pi. That's the unique identifier for the Pi network itself. That's our city. And finally, 0 prime is your specific account, the street address. Put it all together and you have a one-of-a-kind path that leads directly to your Pi wallet. Okay, so we've forged the key, we understand the GPS coordinates, so what? What can we actually do with this thing? Well, this is where the real fun begins, because this key unlocks a whole new world of possibilities. Get this, with this key, you can completely bypass the app's interface. You could write a script to automate payments. You could directly manage your lockups, submit offers on the Pi decentralized exchange, and, hey, with the right permissions from the core team, you could even create smart contracts or launch your own token. You're not just a passenger anymore. You're in the driver's seat. But, and this is a huge but, with this kind of power comes, you guessed it, a massive, massive responsibility. This is not a game. When you have direct access like this, there are no safety nets. There's no, I forgot my password button. There is just you and the key. When we're talking about this kind of direct control, everything, and I mean absolutely everything, comes down to one single, unbreakable rule. And here it is, plain and simple. You never, ever,
ever share your 24-word phrase or the secret key that comes from it. I don't care if it's a helpful person in a chat room, a website promising you free stuff, or, and this is a big one these days, an AI chatbot. The answer is always no. You know, the source material for this explainer, which was originally in Czech, puts it in a way that's honestly pretty chilling and perfect. Kdo má vaši frázi, má vše. That translates to, he who has your phrase has everything. It really is that simple and that absolute.
I really need this to sink in. This isn't like losing your Netflix password where you can just click a link and reset it. If someone gets your phrase or your secret key, they have total control of your account. And that's it. It's game over. The control is total and the loss is absolute and irreversible.
So we've come full circle. You now know that your 24-word phrase isn't just some boring backup. It's the blueprint to a key that unlocks direct, unfiltered access to the Pi blockchain. You get it now. You understand the power you're holding. So the only question left is, how are you going to protect it?